Earlier I mentioned what a big thing it was for me to have George Wallace on my podcast and how that pushed forward a lot of things for me. George invited me to do a couple of his events, usually, all the time produced by Francine Witt, who's if you ever need an event planner, she's terrific. I can't say enough about George and what he means to me, and the fact that he's so busy, he's all over the place. He's in Colombia reading poetry for 10,000 people. He's in France, he's here, he's there. But he's here tonight. Give it up for these wonderful, earth-shattering Mr. George Wallace. I do suggest you read his bio and go online. You should check out all these poets online because they're great, and the musicians and everybody. I love them all. George, what's your one thing that's not in your bio that people should know?
I like to read first.
Oh, man. Now you tell me. George Wallace, we saved the best for last.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, every time we gather, we're reading to 10,000 people. So there's 50 of 10,000 here tonight. So we have a great community of poets locally here in New York City, but across the country and across the world. So exploit that, explore that, make it part of your own experience. And the more you do that, the more we can stand up against things, for the things we believe in, against things that we want to fight together. I'm proud to be a friend of Pete. All of us here are friends of Pete. Some of you I've known for a number of years, a lot of years. Some of you I'm hearing for the first time. And very excited to hear the talent that he's brought for the first time. So congratulations on all your good work. I have a poem written by Pete and one of my own. This one, I think, I didn't put the title on it, but I think it's on Broadway or on the Boulevard. And this is a Pete Solomita poem. I'll preface this by saying that I don't know if everybody knows, but Time Out just named Orchard Street one of the 10 coolest streets in the world. And in doing so, they mentioned the place where that podcast comes from, that Pete runs. So we're in distinguished company right now. I went down to the boulevard, the one I heard about in song, filled with dreams and lovers who fell into each other's arms, then disappeared like it never happened. The preacher who stood tall on his throne and preached like his life depended on it, the passers-by. To the passers-by who had little time or interest in listening. The boulevard where you can't buy hope at dollar stores or news at the shuttered newsstand, with the free art on its gates that was sprayed there from a can and no one even bothers to look at anymore. Where cash is still king but in short supply, where there's no credit left, where the bills are piled high and it can be hard to wait and to walk the day on with a smile. On the boulevard I stood looking around boarded storefronts, our fellow men lying on the ground with blankets and a few possessions stuffed in supermarket bags. Commuters making their way home after a double shift, no end in sight when you're too damn tired to fight. On the boulevard filled with stories, mostly hard stories that knock you around till you're blurry. That sounds better in a rock and roll song or a movie soundtrack. But here on the boulevard, the music is just everyday noise, just part of the background, and there's more tragedy than a Shakespearean play. Alas, alack, we're all actors trying to uplift ourselves from the game and the squalor. Here on the boulevard, more tragedy than a Shakespearean play, and it ain't gonna stop. not for no one or nobody.
Yeah.
And that's P. Solomita. I haven't heard it as a song, but I think that they may do it tonight, if not. In every day, this is my poem, and there's a couple of you here who were at Otta's the other night, so Pete asked me to read this poem after I posted it on Facebook, and I said, yeah, and I'd do it, but I cheated and I read it the other day at Otta's. So, Ron knows and Matthew knows. Maybe Pete Dolek was there. 2 or 3 people here. So, but I wanted to be sure I could get my mouth around it. And just to explain this, the reason why I like to go first is because after a half a beer, I loosen up and I can get it out. But after 2 hours of sitting there in the back drinking beer, you never know what's going to happen. So, anyway, this is called In Every City, a city we just don't see. In every city is another city that we just don't see. A city of ghosts, saints, and broken angels, news agents, sausage stuffers, invisible hipsters, wise to the new ways, city of blind rage and broke ambition, drunks, and more drunks, and dreamers, steamrollers, teetotalers, Hart Cranes, Jack Londons, Blaze Sendrars, Juna Barnes. The city we just don't see. We just don't see. Undercurrent gangs of men looking for work, shift changers, pocket pickers, toners, losers, lunars, losers, and luckless damn fools. Children of children, mothers with parasols and prams, brain surgeons with sterilized hands, patriots, pioneers, hookers with their eyes on the prize. The muse strikes back. Out through the front door, in through the back, tough gents, politicians, plutocrats, churchmen tip their hats to each other, mobsters and secret politicians with trigger fingers. Another city we don't see. We just don't see. Deferential men, defeated men, immigrants, fat cigars, plutocrats rich and full of pride, mulish, passionate and cruel, nervous as a junkie, soul-saving investor, iconoclasts, flower merchants, tuba players, old women teetering on their blue-veined legs, shy boys red-faced in the snow, women with jewels, fast-moving machines, invisible smokestacks, money, dump trucks burning in the city black night. Another city we just don't see. Suits, smiles, menthol cigarettes, high heels, flirts, tongues like typewriters, deadbeats, highliners, bottom feeders, top dogs, rap musicians, paddy wagons, seamstresses, strike busters, union goons, city within a city we just don't see. We pass through you with our impossible wandering eyes, wreathed in oblivious mist. Hip, lost singers and secret angels of the city within the city we just don't see. Thank you.
George Wallace!